going to go ahead and move on to our creamy tomato soup. All right. So our creamy tomato soup, and we may have to transfer a little bit because, like I said, I'm a little bit pot poor. Okay, we're going to take 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. This is a super easy tomato soup. This is 2 large cans of crushed tomatoes. You can use any brand that you like. I always just use the Food Club. Wonderful tomatoes. All right, and we're going to put in our sugar. And then our garlic powder, salt, and pepper once again. And then we're going to add in, you can use fresh basil. This fresh basil is available in our produce department. You can use a tablespoon of it. I also have freeze-dried basil that comes in our produce department, or you can buy it on our baking aisle. But tonight I'm putting the freeze-dried in. But you can just cut this, and I don't use much of the stem, but it's easy to roll up and cut if you would like. All right. And we'll put this in this pot. And we're going to stir this up. Now you don't want to get this one to a full boil. One of the few soups you don't, tomato just doesn't like to be at a rolling boil, but I need to turn it up a little bit more than I had it. We'll get it to going. We're going to boil it, but we're not going to have it as high as we did that macaroni, I guess I should say. All right, we're getting that to heat. As soon as this starts, just barely starts to boil, we're going to cut that down and we're going to add heavy cream. Now, I think somebody had asked me if you could use half and half, and you certainly can. If you don't want it as thick and as rich, you can certainly use half and half, or whipping cream. All right, let's see if we get this to go in here. Now let me add my whipping cream, or my heavy cream, to my tomato soup. Turn that back up just a little bit. You're supposed to do it slowly, and I'm trying not to stir the bottom because I can't find my rubber-handled spoon. And this is a good cold winter's night soup. I don't want to scrape the bottom of my pot. I don't want to tear my pot up. It's a new pot. Nothing. I know what you mean. Some recipes you can't stir the bottom because of this or that, or the sides. And I'll show you what this tomato soup looks like. Now, if I was at home and not in a hurry, I would stir this in much slower. And we're going to turn that down, and we're going to let that simmer, and I'll show you what our tomato soup looks like once we, what did I do with that lid? Finding my lid for my other tomato soup before I forget. All right, this is what our tomato soup looks like. It's done, it really thickens up. It's really pretty.